for Philadelphia.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Fielded at the 7. A little revenge from the coverage team there after they gave up a pretty nice run back. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. 50, green. Trouble, 38. Hut.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. Nothing doing here as he only manages the arm.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Come on, set.
Shotgun now for Love. Finds him over the middle. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here we go, set. Red, 38. Watch out now, 6, 22 middle. Set, go.
Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Running on 1st here with Jacobs. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go. Ready?
Love from the gun. He brings it in. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Bronk. It's a new set of downs at the 27.
Blue, 32. Ready.
Love now on 1st and 10. Dumps it off to his running back. Has some space inside the 15. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
Let's go now.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down.
From the red zone on 1st. Finds the in route complete. And they're going to have 1st and goal when we begin our 2nd quarter. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's the Packers with it inside the red zone.
Set, ready. Ready.
On the sneak, it's Love. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Packers get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Jordan Love, the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak.
Kate, I think 2 things were at play here. Not just the brute force to get it done on the QB sneak, but also the element of surprise to run it on 1st down. Job well done.
That one right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. On now is McManus to kick this away. Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
No touch, sir. Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. Trimmer, trimmer, trimmer. No touch.
They go to Barkley again. And he hits the lane for 9 into enemy territory.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
Hey, easy, 63, 60. Great, set. Right there, right there. No touch.
Here's another carry for Barkley. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Great, set. 180, 180. No touch.
Barkley trying this up the gut. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought down by Quay Walker. So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Nickel look by the Packers on 3rd down.
63. Hey! 180, 180.
No throw, 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. There he goes, right sideline. There he goes, pick 6, touchdown Green Bay. Just tried a little bit too hard to get that 3rd down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic. Not just knock that ball away,
Yeah.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
Return coming from the 6. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
Great, set. Hey, 73.
Hurts back to the air after the pick. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. And the Packers are all over it. He goes down. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Now Hurts on 3rd and long. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Fourth down, the offense is staying on the field. They're going for it.
On Silver, ready?
They'll indeed go for this. It's Hurts. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Great.
Hurts now from the gun. Dumps it off to Barkley, complete. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And again, here's Hurts. Headed out right. Moving right, airs it out. He's got it down the sideline. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too. Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now and goal to go.
At the 4-yard line.
Barkley. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. That one's incomplete in the end zone. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles get their first points of this game just before halftime. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Nick Sirianni telling his offense they're going for it. 2-point attempt coming. Hurts looking to throw. It's caught! And he reaches the end zone, so the 2-point conversion will cut the lead down to 6.
Eagles 8. Jake Elliott.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go, set. Red, 38. 22 needle. Drill green. Set.
Love with it on first down. Escapes the pocket. Complete over the middle. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line.
Ready.
We get a timeout. 8 seconds remaining before halftime.
38.
Looking to throw. Oh, it puts some heat on this deep ball. Left side. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Red, yellow. Ready.
Final throw before the break. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Brendan McManus to kick
On
off
now is
for
McManus to
Green Bay.
kick this away. Xavier Gibson now to return. Making some progress here. All right, so they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. First and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. Flush down out to his left. And the pack gets home. They drop him. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage. So no gain on first down. Second and 10. Need something positive here. Hurts to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's right near that first down marker as the stop is made at the 48.
A gain of 10. Brings up
3rd and 1. Here's Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. Has it downfield near the boundary. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hurts. Escapes out to the left. Now here he goes. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway.
And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Looking quickly here.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Barkley. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for 3rd down.
3rd and goal.
Now we get to a very interesting call on 3rd down. Kind of a crescendo to this drive. Can the defense rise up knowing there is no margin for error? Just a single yard to go.
Rolling left, buying some time, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
There's just certain times you get a feel, right, Kate? You do this long enough, you kind of get a sense and just know these two teams are going to be fighting and clawing for that lead. And that sack, well, for me now, you can't afford to go for it. We'll put some points on the board and salvage what was a promising drive.
So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on down.
It's a turnover on down.
Ready?
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Shot. Ready, ready. 50, green. Hut, hut.
Out of his end zone. Love. Has him on the quick hitter. He has room past the 15. Here he goes, right sideline. Keeps on going. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper, shredding the slopes, or dude shredding a defense just like that.
1st down throw, here's Love. Throw right side, and Dobbs has it. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
Packers 1st down.
Here we go.
1st and 10.
Working inside the red zone. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Blue 32. Ready?
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
The tackle by Moro.
3 quarters in the books from this one. The Packers with it. They have the lead late, but this game is close. Third down, line to gain 9 yards out.
Here, set.
Back to throw it. Buys time, rolling right. Hits him on the out route. This play heads out of bounds. Marker down, though, Brock. Could be some free yards here. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Set. Ready.
He's going to keep this one. And he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
The Packers stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. Jordan Love, the touchdown. On a quarterback sneak to the end zone.
Watch out now. 50 feet.
The Packers.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work.
Eagles 8.
On now is McManus to kick this away.
Kickoff for Green Bay.
Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Good. Set.
Here's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense to the line fast.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 20. At the 25.
Throwing here, Hurts. Chased out to his right. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Hauled in by Cutter, left side. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
He throws a bullet down the right sideline. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on down. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Let's go now. 45. Wide. Set. Go.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
On the set.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ready?
They stick with Jacobs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing, it's Love. Forced out to his right. He just throws this one away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? If we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time. That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game. It really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
On now is McManus to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning.
No touch, set. No touch.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Dump off caught by his back. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Eagles facing a 15-point deficit. Catch made. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Hurts now from the gun. Buying some time left. He takes it himself. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
10 more yards.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. That's caught at the 4. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
That's another.
Eagles hustling everyone back to the line.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
From the red zone now. The back's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's down to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And he will get into the end zone. That's going to cut 2 more off that lead. Okay, partner, in that spot, you know you got to go for it there. Make it a 1-score game. How do you come up with a call that works when that defense knows from the start of things that you're going for 2?
Because, Kate, we're talking about practice. Yeah, we're talking about practice. You actually practice those plays, and you come up typically with 2 or 3 two-point conversion plays every single week. You practice them, you rep them, so when it's called like that, you're ready for the moment.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 50, Green. Set, go.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
On the double.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Down. Set, cut.
Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that takes them to 3rd down.
Ready. Ready.
Quick throw out wide by Love. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stopped.
At their own 34-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Trying to push deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. So we'll take over just shy of midfield as his return goes out.
You could feel them, Kate. You could feel the convoy. They were going. They thought they might have another one, but unfortunately, another touchdown. You know what? Not going to stop them from celebrating in another big game-changing play.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Trying to fight free. He can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout. First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down.
45. Wide. Hut, hut.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's set up to throw it. Finds a man, right side. Shoots away from one. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. The lead looks safe, but the penalty's staying down. They're going for this. Love throwing on 4th. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line.
At the 34-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. He rolls to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he gets out of bounds, but just 8 yards. They needed more.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he can't get the first, but he does get out of bounds. Now they're up against it, 4th down.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turn?